I'm with Lydia Tedone to really have a more in-depth conversation about the importance of civility. So I'm really thankful that you're joining us today.
Well, thank you very much, Christine, for inviting me. I look forward to this.
Here we have Miss Tammy Jones, the board president for School District 168 in Sauk Village, Illinois. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure and to be able to ask you some questions. I know that there's a lot of issues that basically all the school districts in the country are dealing with.
Absolutely.
And part of this process is to be able to have Board of Education members and presidents kind of engage in issues in education and look at what each of your boards are doing differently. And so this is a nice think tank for you guys to have this information.
I'm here today with Corey Williams, who's board president of the Harrison District Number 2 in Colorado Springs. We're in San Diego at the National School Board Conference.
Yes, we are. And we're here with Coach Alonzo Stevens from Vicksburg Warren School Districts. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach.
Love to be here.
I love the ring, so you got a lot of championships going on there. Absolutely.
I think historically over time, teachers were celebrated as one of the most significant people in town, in a community. And it's wonderful to hear how that is being celebrated in your district for sure. So do you see this enhancing the education process, and how?
Absolutely. If we do not celebrate our teachers, teaching profession, and educators, then who are we going to celebrate? Our teachers, unlike other countries in the Western world, they are put on a pedestal. You become a teacher, you're a teacher, and you're revered by your community, by your students. Unfortunately, in this country, we do not have that same kind of philosophy about our teachers. And the communities, parents in general, they can be very tough on their teachers about demanding about every little thing, whether it's a grade for their student or discipline, what have you. Whereas teachers will feel devalued in the job that they're doing. And educators, it is one of the toughest professions there is. You're dealing with the youngest of minds, starting at 2 or 3 years old to preparing students at 18-year-olds to go out into the world. And so teachers really they have a tough job, I will say. After the past few years, it's been tough, very tough. And we as boards and as district leaders, we need to retake that piece for our teachers, put them back where they are. We have to give them the support. Because we know what they're under fire with a lot, so are board members. But we need to be there to support them, to tell them, yes, you are doing a good job. Yes, you are the role model our students need. Because for many of our students, they do not have that, whether it be at home, community, or what have you. Someone has to be that lead for our young minds.
How you honor the teachers during your school board monthly meetings? How does that work?
So this came about from a former board member coming to conferences like this. She participated in a session where they talked about acknowledging your staff throughout the course of the year. And so at all of our board meetings, each school once a month has a turn to come in and just tell the board what they're doing and where we stand in their different schools. And so whatever school presents to the board that month, they collectively nominate a outstanding teacher.
Oh, that's great.
And so they receive what's called the D168 Excels Award.
Okay, and that's a monthly award, I believe?
A monthly award based off of which school presents. So we have Blossoms, which is our pre-K program. Then there's Wagner, which is K2. And then Strasburg is 3 to 5. And then finally Rickover Junior High is 6 to 8. And so every month from September to May, they come in and rotate. And when they rotate, every month we get a different.
Yeah, you have a different award
and it
recipient.
Goes across the board, anybody, any staff member in that building. So not just our teachers, because our janitors play a very pivotal role in educating our students as well.
Your students, your buildings.
Absolutely. So it could be a paraprofessional, our one-on-one aides that assist with our babies. everybody is eligible.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm a little biased because my wife's an educator.
Okay.
And my baby daughter is going to be an educator.
Nice.
And so I know that they're often not very well paid and not supported very well by the community. And I think you guys are doing an excellent job, promoting their spirits.
When we started to go back to the in-classroom setting, kids were so eager to get back into school, and mind you, and it's nothing short of a miracle. We ran our teachers into the ground because we had our teachers going and visiting students at their homes. Like, even if you have to drive and stand at the end of their driveway, I want you to have contact with your students. And so,
wow,
they were so
Good for
eager.
you.
Oh yeah, we made sure, and the teachers are tired. We have the best teachers and students in the entire United States. I don't care what anybody says. We can argue it all we want to.
And the teachers still want to talk to you, right?
Yes, they still, well, at least to my face.
Well, how long did you coach?
I coached.
Are you still coaching?
No,
you retired?
40 years.
40 years.
32 at Vicksburg Warren School District and 8 at Alcorn State University.
That's awesome. So, any famous athletes that we know?
Come to think of Malcolm Butler. Everybody talks about Malcolm Butler that made the big catch in the Super Bowl against New England against Seattle.
And you coach him,
I coached him, and also Steve McNair.
Okay.
At Alcorn.
That is
and also Don Driver with the Green Bay Packers.
Get out of here. I'm a big Chicago Bears fan, so Donald Driver is a Packer. So,
Yeah, he's a Packer.
Oh my goodness.
He's a Packer.
So were they all good kids?
They were all good
They
kids.
were
all great kids.
Yeah.
All good kids, leaders. And it's just, it's something that I've always wanted. I had some great coaches. I had some great leaders.
It makes a lot of sense to have some homegrown talent, right? Have the kids come back to their home,
Definitely.
have their community.
That's it.
And I think one of the things that we see is if you spend time and energy on the young, right, they understand that
That's
when
right.
they get a little bit older and they realize,
That's right.
my community invested in me.
That's it. Invest in
Right.
the community. We try to keep our kids, and that has been a problem. But we have been so fortunate to have all our teacher slots filled beforehand and not worried about trying to find teachers. And we have a pretty good plan. State of Mississippi has did a pay raise for all teachers this time.
Yeah, my wife's an educator and my daughter's an educator. So they're some of the most underpaid professionals in the country.
We put the most important thing, right? We put the most important thing, our treasure, our children, and we pay the people that are teaching our children less, for motivation incentive. So we're glad that we are doing this.
I think it's excellent to have a board of education that's willing to invest in their professional staff.
Definitely.
Which they're growing our kids.
Definitely.
Right. So that should make a difference.
Those of you that have been watching this video, please reach out to Corey Williams. I'm sure there's much more information you can provide. We're just kind of hitting the tip of the iceberg, but that's outstanding. It's just outstanding.
It's been
what you've
fun.
been able to do. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
It's been
Yes,
good.
sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
sir. Bye-bye now.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
me,
for
Ms.
having
Jones.
me.
It's great seeing you here. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the conference here in San Diego. And I appreciate it. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a
It's
good
a pleasure.
one.
Yeah, thank you.
Lydia, it's a pleasure talking with you.
Oh, thank you,
I
Kristie.
really enjoy this. I'm excited about the direction you're taking. I look forward to following up with you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to invite others to visit the website, to continue to follow this topic and see what's happening. How are we moving forward with this, and what's the impact that it'll have on our children? So,
I hope so, because this is a very important topic. As many of your viewers, as they watch these, these programs that and podcasts, understand that this is here. It's been here, and it's just a matter of the next step. How do we make it better?
well, thank you so much.
One step at a time.
That's great. I
Great.
really appreciate it. I enjoyed
Good.
speaking with you today.
Thank you very much. I did too. Thank you very, very much.
Well, I'm gonna stay in touch with you. I'm gonna live vicariously through you.
Do that.
Coach, thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
For spending some time with us.
I
think
love
it's
to.
awesome. Yeah, so this is Coach Alonzo Stevens with Issues in Education. And again, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You made my day.